Okay, well, I'm going to call the meeting to order then. I want to welcome everybody. This is the regular meeting of the Pollyant Trailway Management Council. We're meeting today in the village of Leonard. Today is May 16th of 2017. I want to welcome everybody, and the village is honored to have you all here. I'd like to ask everyone to stand for an invocation. And Donnie, would you and pledge allegiance? Would you do an invocation?
Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful sunshiny day. Thank you for the spring weather. Thank you for the people that are able to enjoy the path. Thank you for these communities that are able to maintain us. Please watch over our communities and our families as we move forward in doing the business to honor the trail. And this we pray in your son's name. Amen.
Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You ready, Elgin?
Sure, let's take roll.
Roll call, please. For the
Mike McDonald,
here.
Curtis Wright,
Here.
Elgin Nichols here, Bruce Pearson,
Here.
Eric Sent, absent, Aaron Watley, absent, Kevin Green,
Here.
Linda Moran,
Here.
Eric Dolan, I'm sorry, he's a substitute, Treasurer Donnie Steele,
Here.
Sue Basarda, absent.
Okay. By my count, we have a quorum. Because we require at least one voting member from each community. And we have two from Oxford, so.
The village of Oxford.
Yeah. They don't have to be here though, we just need them to call the majority. Okay, so that said, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Council, you'll find a new set of minutes on your, when you arrived. Those reflect some edits. There are no additions, just mainly corrections to it. If you want an opportunity to glance through it, once you have, we'll be open for a motion for approval.
Just have one correction.
Yes, Kevin.
There is an E on the end of my name.
Okay. Apologies. I think we have it right by now, right?
So that's Kevin E.
And mine's got an E at the end. Steely.
Steely, okay.
Oh. And it's K-E-V-I-N. It's K-E-V-I-N.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they messed your name up.
I know.
It's a difficult name, yeah.
It is.
We'll change it to Smith.
Okay. Is there any other amendments? If none, a motion to approve the minutes would be in order. I'll make that motion, because I've read it. And I'll note for the record that Aaron Watley's here. Welcome, Aaron. Those are edited minutes.
Thank you.
We have a second for that.
Oh my goodness, I apologize. Okay. We need to, I guess I'm used to agenda approval being on a different line when in other meetings, so I skipped it. Council has before it an agenda. We do have two additional new business items, one being Beehive Homes encroachment, and the other is H would be AARP grant. So is there a motion then to adopt the agenda as amended?
What was the second one?
AARP grant.
Well, that must be something to do with you.
Community grant. We won't go into who's senior here.
If you want to put on the DTE tree grant, put that into date.
Okay.
And I want to add one thing too, just an update on additional trails in Orion to
Okay.
interconnecting with the Pollyant.
So Orion Township Trail System?
That would be I.
Yes, J.
Okay.
I is DTE grant and J is Orion Township. Trail system. Okay. Are there any other amendments? If none, the motion to approve the agenda would be in order. As amended.
I make a motion that we accept the
Okay.
agenda
Is there a
as amended.
second?
I'll second.
Thank you for that. All in favor of the motion to adopt the agenda as amended, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay, consent agenda. When everybody's ready and has approved, has looked at the minutes. I always struggle with this consent agenda. Are we supposed to take separate motions or do we just?
One, what we do is just one motion, township board, and such everything is
Okay.
presented, otherwise it's up to the chair.
Okay, once you've had a chance to look at the minutes and the treasurer's report, the bills to be paid, we're on page, page after the minutes. And they're in the amount of $4,293.23.
I'll make a motion that we approve the bill run for May 16th, 2018, in the amount of $4,293.23.
Donnie, anything to add?
Well, I'd like to add that we approve the bill run in addition to the consent agenda. That would be
Okay.
that was, if I can
You find,
support
are
it.
you okay with the amendment to your motion, Eldon?
Yes.
Okay.
Just give it all.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
I'll second.
Okay. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, can we have a roll call, please?
Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Curtis Wright.
Yes.
Donnie Steele.
Yes.
Elgin Nichols, yes. Bruce Pearson.
Yes.
Eric Sin absent. Aaron Watley.
Yes.
Sue Bassardit, absent. Kevin Green. Hope he's
Kevin
not.
doesn't vote.
He's going to take a vote. I keep trying to get him in there.
Okay. The consent agenda was approved. Next item is public comment. If anybody would like to comment to the council on matters not covered on the agenda, feel free. You're on the agenda, so you'll have a chance. Okay. All right. Hearing no comments, we'll move on to the citizen representative report. Kevin, got anything for us?
The only thing I have is thanks to Linda and her crew. I was out biking a week or so ago and lifting the bike over a couple of trees. And upon my return, all those trees were off the trail. So they are 3 or 4 of them that are actually blocking the trail. So thanks to her crew and her hard work.
Must have been the goats, huh?
My back is still killing me.
Okay, thank you for that, Kevin. Highlight of the meeting, the trail manager's report. All right, go ahead, Linda.
All right, let's see, this is on the agenda. The Wood Trail sinkhole, the bid has been awarded to Angelo Ifrit.
Ifrady.
Work was scheduled to be started on May 14th and has been moved to May 21st, next Monday. We should start. I'm going to post something here in the next couple of days on Facebook about it. Let's see, zoning that's on there. Goats on the Trail, we're in contact with them. We're hoping the second or third week in June for the goats to come out. They're working in northern Michigan right now. They're still getting some kind of snowy stuff up there, so it's kind of cool, which may delay their return by a week. So that's why we're saying second or third week in June. Joe Wynn is still on board to pour the cement. And I have renewed the permit for Powell Park in the village of Oxford to get that cement done. So we're working on that. Senator Marlowe on the bridge, about 250 to 300 invitations have gone out, and as of today, we've only gotten 2 regrets, and the rest have been positive responses, so we're going to have a bunch of people out there. Senator Marlowe has offered to pick up some of the cost of the dedication. I sent a cost breakdown to him, and it's totaling right now about $500-ish, actually. It is $562. Tables and chairs were having donated by Oxford Township Parks and Rec. Coffee is being donated by Evergreen's Coffee Shop. And the present trail manager is donating champagne magnums to the fund. And they've gotten some fabulous champagne glasses in silver. And the motif is going to be MTF. So,
They look kind
yeah.
of small
I'll send it out for you. Let's see, so we're working on that. We should have a tent, 20 by 40 tent that we'll have out there. It's going to be really close to the trail because part of the village agreement with that area is to not put a fence on that piece of property. So we're going to tuck it in as close to the trail as we can. So the tent is going to be right on the trail, but not in the asphalt. That's not allowed. So anyway, so we're working on that. I think we're good to go. I'm on the agenda for Thursday's meeting for the Oxford Lions Club, and they're going to send out people to help with the dedication. So we're going to have the lions out there. So that's going to be kind of nice. We'll have the lionesses, which they don't call themselves lionesses anymore, cutting the cake and doing champagne and stuff. So that's going to be really good. The Butterfly Garden last Friday was absolutely fabulous. We had a great time. We had 107 children, a dozen adults, 10 baby pheasants, 7 bales of straw, and 170 chocolate chip cookies and 70-mile-an-hour winds. The entire village of Oxford is going to have wildflowers. That is going to be kind of crazy. Let's see, new business. It's on the agenda, I believe, for the equestrian. Look here. Okay. Yeah. I've been approached by the Oakland Township Equestrian Group to help out and do some improvements to the trail here in Leonard for the equestrians. So I'd kind of like to do a couple hitching posts, small, easily handleable, attachable water buckets for the horses, paint the corral, do some repairs to the corral, there's some wood that's rotting, just minor little repairs. They're willing to do the labor, and I say we just put them up on it and throw a couple of dollars at it and make it, shine it up. Let's see. So let's see, what do we have here? That's about it. We did have a trail review by the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. Adam Lett from Bald Mountain was put in charge of us this year, and he did an asset inventory of the trail. We did do a complete walkthrough of the equestrian trail here in Leonard. It was one of the things that they didn't have on file. They had it on file that they paid us the money to have it installed, but they have no record of it ever being inspected or checked out. So we went up, we did a walk, he liked it, he thinks it's a really good idea. So he took pictures and they may use it in some other parks. That's pretty much it. Working on grants and everything else is covered in the agenda.
Okay.
So,
Any questions for Linda from us, from the council? Okay. Moving on then to new business. Pollyann Trail event requests. I knew of 2, the Holy Spokes Ride of Silence and the Terry and Tough 5K.
yes. The Holy Spokes is for tonight at 5 o'clock. That's the one that's going out tonight. I kind of emailed everybody and kind of told them what was going on. They had gotten the permits from Oakland County Sheriff's and Orange Township. They didn't realize they needed one for the trail. So I just caught it, because I'm always scanning Facebook for those kind of things. And I caught it on one of their websites, and they said, oh, no problem, they've got insurance, everything's in place, it's not interrupting any other event going on, so I think it's a good cause.
Linda consulted with me, and I told her as long as everything was in order, there was no reason to hold them up. And I told her to go ahead and give them approval.
And we just had another cyclist killed, so His funeral was Sunday, Monday. It was of his own creation, but he hit a parked car. But again,
Where?
right on Deer Path Trail, in, I believe it's Orange Township. He hit a parked car.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Checking his emails.
I hadn't heard.
Yep. So, nice guy, nice guy. Went to high school with him.
Was he a member of one of the clubs in
I don't know if
Oregon?
he was a member of like our club, but he was an engineer at General Motors, and my husband worked with him. So, it's not good. Bad deal.
Okay.
So then we also have the Terrian Tuck 5K. It's for Mark Terrian. Really super guy, super big supporter of the trail. I've known him for many years. He has colon cancer. He has been fighting it for several years. Some friends and family wanted to do a 5K to raise money to help offset his treatment costs.
So where and when?
It is, I think it's terrible. That's what I know. It is a 5K and it is scheduled for Evergreens to Drainer, including the bike path by the library. And it is on July 14th from 8 to 12. And there's nothing going on. There's no closures that I'm aware of. So I don't see any reason.
So you recommend approval for
Yes.
both? Obviously for the second one.
Yeah. And it's Terry and Tuck, they've got new insurance and everything in place, so they are good to go.
Okay, what's the pleasure of the council?
One question.
Yes, I'll.
Just to repeat, the rite of silence, when is that scheduled?
That's for tonight between 5 and
That is
8.
tonight.
Yes, in Orion Township. There's several different routes.
That's the Holy Spokes?
The Holy Spokes.
Got it. Okay,
That was administratively approved due to
Yep.
the timing.
makes sense.
Is there a motion then to approve the actions of the trail manager and the approval of the Terry and Tuck 5K race?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Bruce. There's a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor of the motion to approve the two events for the trail use, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Thank you. Okay, Linda, Oxford Bridge naming event. We all got invitations, but we want to know what, if any, expense there is for our involvement at this point. I mean,
At
is
this
it-
time, no.
Okay,
At this time, I do have a request in with Senator Marlowe. It shouldn't be much of a problem. I've been talking to Mark Ashley and Hannah for assistance, so they're working on that. I mean, I'm getting a lot of stuff donated, so it's not going to be a
okay.
big deal. It just kind of depends on how the numbers swell. I mean, right now, I'm anticipating 250. If we go to 300, 350, we're gonna, I don't think we will, but I'm hoping for 50. Let's just,
So the Trail Council contribution is you,
Is me.
basically?
Is
Okay.
yeah. And I do it for free for Larry,
Okay.
so he's really helping me out. The signs went up today on the bridge.
Okay.
They're looking really nice. So I was driving to Myers and I was out there hanging them up. So I stopped and, well, maybe I critiqued him just a little. Daryl was up there holding the sign and said, a little more up, Daryl, a little more up. I'm surprised I didn't have a sign on my head. Yes.
What's your plan if it rains?
Oh, I have a tent. And Evergreens has. an
Everybody can get in the
event
tent?
back.
Okay.
Yeah, and Evergreens has an event room in the back, so
Okay,
always have a plan. Always have a plan.
Okay, so there's no action needed then
No.
from us?
Except you have to show up and RSVP. Say
Okay.
council.
Amen.
All right, you got an email? Yeah.
Anybody need extra flyer?
Anybody else need the RSVP? Linda's right here. Okay.
So, and Curtis can't be, so, but he will provide 3 for Kate, because he'll need his nutrition.
I'm sure Linda will save you a piece, so. we're good. Okay, moving on then?
The wood trail?
Yeah. Everybody should have gotten the proposed agreement, the cost participation agreement for the additional construction involving the trail culvert at Wood Trail. Linda, do you want to go through it, or are we good?
No, pretty much it's,
As advertised,
As
$4,425, and DNR has indicated
that they will pay that.
committed, I mean, if they,
That information was forwarded to the MDNR. I talked to Nikki. I have queried as far as, is she going to send the check to them directly, or is the check coming to us in our name to be forwarded to the concerned party? She has that information in the approval area right now. So the check's always come from a different place. I had an email from her yesterday, and she said, that's the question, moving forward, I'll let you know. So right now, she's committed to paying it, but we don't know how the checks are gonna be cut.
so at this point in time, I think we should consider a motion to authorize payment subject to confirmation that the state will reimburse. So that in the event we need to cut a check, we can, but we'll have to know that the DNR is going to reimburse us for it. So if the council is good with that, a motion to that effect would be in order.
No question.
Yes.
Item number 2 on here says, any cost incurred by the RCOC prior to this agreement date shall be allowable. Do we know if there's any prior costs to date that we would be obligated to pay?
I'm not aware of any in our conversations with the engineer.
I also talked to one of the engineers, and I think I copied Jack O'Brien on it, and I asked them specifically, I said, is it in your scope of work to restore the trail surface using the material as it is from the damage that was caused for emergency measures, getting those pumps and cars and trucks up and down the trail? He said, it's in there, and I had already forwarded him the specs and the requirements required by the DNR in the trail, in the making of the trail. So he has all of that, and they are aware of it, and they will be restoring the trail to its former status.
Is that dollar amount locked in? This is estimated in the amount. So if we approve this agreement, we're approving an estimate, or we're approving a locked in dollar amount?
I think let's put a locked in down.
Yeah, I think so too.
Would
But
you
Well,
say?
if we agree to this,
Okay.
it's estimated.
Yeah. The problem is, as with any construction,
Okay, I take the point, and I think we should authorize the trail to authorize payment subject to only for the additional construction and not for any related costs. And then if they're agreeable to that, we'll sign it, and if they're not agreeable, we won't sign it, and we won't pay them until we have an understanding of what those costs might be. Does that sound, could somebody make that into a motion? That was pretty convoluted.
Would you like to repeat that?
Yeah. Maybe
What's the dollar amount that we're gonna get reimbursed for? 4,000?
4,000.
So just do the 4,000 now, and let them come back to us after if there's all kinds of overrides, and we can tell them.
Okay. Well, I think Curtis's point is that any costs incurred by the road commission prior to this agreement date shall be allowable. We don't like that, so we're not going to sign it unless that is stricken at this point. Okay, Linda, so if the council will authorize the chair to sign the agreement subject to the modification of removing that sentence, any costs incurred by the road commission prior to this agreement shall be allowable. If that's removed, then the chair can sign it and authorize payment.
We have not agreed to anything anyhow, right?
No.
Already,
At this
so,
point.
right, so I would say that's correct.
Never repeat that.
Okay, so the motion will be to authorize the chairperson
I get
to
to check
sign the
it out.
cost participation agreement, subject to the removal of the condition regarding costs incurred by the road commission prior to this agreement date. We will not sign if that is included.
So,
And-
did someone make that motion?
And that would also authorize payment of the cost participation portion for the additional construction only. In the amount of, what was it, $4,425.
Of what will be reimbursed by the
Which
DNR.
subject to reimbursement.
And they may pay directly, they haven't decided which direction they're going to go.
Okay. So, is there a motion to that effect?
I'll make that motion.
I want you to repeat it first.
You would. I think I'll just have Elgin, I think I'll have
You
Elgin,
can make it.
I think if Elgin reads it to us.
I have to review the video first.
Oh.
Okay. The motion is to authorize the chairperson of the Pollyant Trail Council to sign the cost participation agreement for additional construction only and not to include any costs incurred by the road commission prior to this agreement being signed.
Well done.
Subject to that DNR reimbursement.
And subject to the MDNR reimbursement confirmation
Austin, can I support you?
in the amount of,
I make that motion and
I'll support
you
that
support
motion.
that. Okay. I want to hear you say that.
okay. Okay, can we have a roll call on that then, please?
Okay. Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Curtis Wright.
Yes.
Donnie Steele.
Yes.
Elgin Nichols, yes. Bruce Pearson.
Yes.
Eric Sint, absent. Aaron Wadley.
Yes.
Sue Bassardet, absent.
Okay. All in favor, that motion was approved. Okay. The next highlight of our meeting will be a request from the Addison Township librarian. Can I say that? Is that a proper description?
You could say that, but I'm also a library director.
Library director, pardon me.
That's fine.
We just call her Jane.
That's Jane works very well.
So, with the council's indulgence, I think we'd like to offer her an opportunity to address the council at this time. Go ahead.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jane Berman, and I'm the director at the Addison Township Public Library, and I'm very grateful to be here before you all today. As we get closer to the summer, we always want to get more books to more people all the time. This is my mantra, this is my goal in life, is to bring more reading to everyone. And you know, we know that children do better in school, in life, and beyond when they're better readers. We think it's important that children become more confident readers and be successful in life. So we feel that it would really be a wonderful idea to donate a free little library to Leonard, Michigan, to be placed on the Pollyant Trail, where people can get exercise, pick up a book. The philosophy of the free little library is take a book, leave a book. And there will not be, you know, a huge list of posted rules, but we plan on maintaining it, keeping it in good repair, and keeping it stocked if it so needs. We feel that the purpose of the free little library is to offer books 24/7, 365 days a year, so it'll be a year-round small facility. It was created by Brian Howarth, who is the treasurer of our library board. He's created a beautiful one. It has not been totally completed with the artwork, so we're waiting on that. We hope to reach people who live far away from the library, so this is another opportunity for people to have books. We hope to connect with the community in a pleasant way, in an educational way. We can promote school or library events there on the Free Little Library and inspire people to read more and bring more people together. Just as a little bit of background, the Free Little Libraries program is nationwide now. I believe there are 5 in Rochester and Rochester Hills. They started in the United States in 2009, and presently there are over 60,000 Free Little Libraries. And when we register our Free Little Library, it will be on a national map. So people can look you up and find you on the trail. This is another reason to come to the trailhead in Northern Michigan. And so I think I hope you find this as exciting and as engaging as I do. I think the community will enjoy it, and it will accomplish a lot of fun as well as educational goals for you and for us. So thank you.
Very good, thank you. This is very nice.
Any questions?
Doesn't Orion Township have one?
I think they have like 3.
Yeah, one is on the trail though, I believe?
By the Orion Center, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Yes.
Where do you plan to put this?
We were hoping to put it on the trailhead here in the town.
Subject to Linda
We can pick it up.
working with them to locate it?
Well,
Make a nice little spot.
Okay.
that's great, that's reading material at the outhouse.
Stop.
And if you had a bench next to it, that would be awesome, so families could read together.
We have a fabulous
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that.
We just got an email.
That's part of the record.
Also, I provided some pictures of already completed Free Little Libraries. And if you can go to their website at littlefreelibrary.org and look at all the wonderful examples and the program that they provide for support. So that's pretty much it.
Can I make a comment?
Sure, absolutely.
First I'll make a motion.
Okay.
That we allow the trail manager to meet with Jama to find an adequate spot and approve of the little library.
At the trailhead.
At the trailhead.
In Leonard.
That's your motion?
That's my motion.
I'll second that motion.
Are there any questions on the motion? Okay. I'm not going to do a roll call, but I expect everybody to be in favor. So, all in favor of the motion to approve the placement of the Addison Library Little Book Pocket Library structure at the Leonard Trailhead, subject to the meeting with the trail manager for placement, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Unanimous.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity.
So I did have a comment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was that the Lake Orion, she even has a little bike now.
I've seen it. It is phenomenal. It's like an ice cream truck, right?
Yes, and she's going around the parks and doing the same thing. And actually, she's now just got this year to be able to swipe the library card and that she can check out books from the thing. So it's like,
We might be able to do something like that too.
it's just fun.
It is fun.
That is fabulous down there. I mean, she just, you see her little bike and it's hilarious. to watch her go down the little bike, you know.
Just for the record, how do you spell your first and last name?
Jaema Berman, Berman.
B-U-R-M-A?
B-E-R.
B-E-R.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're gonna have, DIAR up there too. Are you really?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Moving on to the next item. This is in regards to the trail manager fountain authorization, reasonable and customary fees. That was we did some further research and worked with Orion Township, Linda and myself, and thanks to Aaron and Chris Barnett and Donnie, I think we got it all squared away. You will find, you should have found today, a letter from Donnie that explains, it was not in your packet, it was on the table, that explains what's going on and how we can get the project in motion in the meanwhile. So after you've had a chance to read it, perhaps we can authorize Linda to, somebody would make the motion that Donnie has there.
I'd like to make a motion that we allow the manager to proceed with the water pump installation at the corner of Pollyant Trail and Clarkson Road.
Support.
Holden? Any questions on the motion, or
Is it-
Donnie? Oh, go ahead first.
Is this something that possibly would not be approved?
No.
So it's just going through the motions of getting it completed and
We're trying to, I think Orion Township is trying to accommodate the needs of the trail so that we can get this done in the construction season and not have to take it to the very last minute. So I think, and I actually, now is really not the right time, but I think they are bending over backwards now to try and get this done. I think that everybody sees the reasonableness of doing it. It's just a matter of getting the I's dotted and the T's crossed.
And who would have ever thought that that wasn't zoned anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and can I make,
Sure.
oh, and then the fee and the application, there's a $500 fee that goes along with that application and the sketch. And I put on our board meeting on Monday to ask the board to waive that fee. So when she submits the application, that it should be waived. So I don't see that the board, I would see that the board would approve the waiving of the fee, and I would see the board would approve, I'm sure, the administrative sketch of what you're asking, and then I would sure that the board will eventually approve the rezoning to an R2 that would fit with the 20-foot setback. So it's kind of like a lot of steps to accomplish. It's just a lot of work.
Right. And to their credit, Orion Township did initiate it some time ago. It was not at our request. I guess after the ZBA meeting, they became aware of the fact that there was no zoning for the trail in Orion Township. So that's going to be remedied through this action as well. So, and we appreciate that, Donnie, that you've asked them to waive the fees. That's great. Okay, so we have a motion and a support. I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, support.
Yeah. So, all in favor of the motion to authorize the trail manager to proceed with the water fountain installation on the trail at Clarkston Road and the trail? That was your motion, right, Bruce?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, all in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay. Linda, do you have a budget for our next item, being the purchase authorization for the equestrian trailhead uses?
I'm thinking no more than $300. I mean, I'm gonna keep it at a low budget. I'm looking at a couple of pitching posts, a couple of removable, easily launched out water buckets that are gonna be attached to the posts. So people can dump the water out, clean them out. They're not gonna be horse troughs or anything of that nature, because my concern is contamination, but also mosquito breeding areas. So you want something that's easily cleaned out and attachable to the poles. And just have some pitching things. A lot of people have asked, when they come up here to use the trailhead, maybe they want to go in town to the little party store there and get a Coke. They either have to trailer their horses or there's no place to really put them when they're doing some transitioning things. So I have a couple of hitching posts. Someone built a step out there that isn't painted, it's just raw wood. It's painted up. Replace some of the wood in the corral that we have out there, because some of the wood is starting to fail. Paint it, just kind of get it back into some good shape. Just do some sprucing up, some maintenance basically is what it is, and a little more of this maintenance. And Libby Dwyer, who's from the Oakland Equestrian Group, has offered her group to come out and do the work. So she's going to come out with a group of, anywhere from 10 to 15 people one evening, and we're just going to knock it out and get it painted and get it spruced up. So not more than $300. I would, it'll be at $299.99, but no more than $300. So, any suggestions?
Just need a motion for approval.
Well, I mean, I will, any suggestions you have for the equestrian spruce up, Bruce?
I'm trying to get my sewers here right now. So,
You do so much for us, Bruce, you really do.
only for Lansing here, I'm trying to help you.
But,
Okay. Okay, Linda has recommended that some additional or some new installations be done, as well as some repairs at the trailhead. What's the pleasure of the council?
I think Mike would be able to help you with that since he lives right across the street.
Yeah.
Right. I'll be there helping. I'll be there.
It's going to be during the week and at night, because everybody works on the weekends. The horse shows have already started, so everybody's out at the horse shows, so their weekends are just done until, the end of the summer.
I make a motion that we approve $300 allocation to be used for trailhead use and dispersed per trail manager, Linda Moran.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Fair enough. All right.
For equestrian improvements, correct?
Paint, wood for the corral, hitches, water buckets, that stuff can also be used for anything else, but specifically for the equestrians. I mean, they could tie the dogs to the posts, I guess, and water the dog on it too.
Any other questions on the motion? If none, we'll have a roll call then?
Mike McDonald,
Yes.
Curtis Wright,
Yes.
Donnie Steele,
Yes.
Elgin Nichols, yes. Bruce Pearson,
Yes.
Eric absent, Aaron Watley,
Yes.
Sue Bassard absent.
Okay.
Passes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Next item is one of the added items, which would be item G, the Beehive Homes encroachment, which occurred in the Village of Oxford, right?
Village of Oxford. I went to the ribbon cutting for Beehive Homes. I introduced myself. I gave the owners, the general manager, and the construction gentleman all my cards, and I said, touch my trail, and we'll have a problem. So a week later, they touched my trail. They took a bulldozer to it, and they opened the trail up in 2 different spots. One for sewer, one for water. I found it later that day. I was out riding my bike, and they had restored it-ish. The grade was wrong, the surface material is gone, it's been disturbed, and they did not have authorization for use from the DNR, which they have to have a use permit. I told them, I said, anything that goes under, over, or above has to be approved by the DNR and us. So they did not know that they needed a permit from the Pollyanna Trail Management Council. I informed them. I've been working with Jeff, their construction supervisor. He was going to take care of it. It's been about 2 weeks. I've had a couple of phone calls. He's working on it. I'm not seeing any kind of movement. I'm going to basically give him a call again and tell him that he has until Monday, at which time I'll file a police report. Because it is vandalism, and even though they tried to restore it, it's still vandalism. And I've given them more than ample time. I have supplied them with all of the grade requirements, all of the material requirements, and a place to purchase the materials. So there's no reason it's taking this long. I mean, it's a small fix. They have the bulldozers out there. And my concern is, with all construction people, they'll finish the job and they're into the wind. So then we have a problem. So that's being worked on. I'm going to talk to them again tomorrow. And we're going to have a resolution here pretty quickly. Otherwise, we'll have to address it in another fashion.
Okay, so according to our encroachment policy, you need to notify them in writing
Okay.
as well. I mean, at this point, it looked like Linda got a hold of me right away and made me aware as chair that this was going on, and that she was optimistic that they felt bad about what they had done and agreed to fix it, but as you've heard, they have not really done anything since it happened. So let's follow the policy, Linda, and make sure that we get with them. Talking to them did not work, so now police report and a letter from you informing them that they have violated the property, and we'll take appropriate measures. So,
Okay. I'll take that care of that immediately.
all right? Okay. I think Linda can do that under her own authority.
Yeah,
at this
no
point.
action on the part of the board, right?
Pardon?
No action.
I don't think we need to take action, at least at this point, unless they don't do anything.
Should have just got the fish report to begin with, because that,
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
Bruce.
everything
Who
in
said that?
I mean, at the very beginning.
Right.
When they got in there.
The police were informed. We did not actually file a report, but I did speak with Chief. I told them I did speak with the DPW gentleman, John, and I also spoke to the code enforcement and the village manager, and everybody knew I was in town. Because I was not happy.
Well, let's go to the next level and
Yeah.
address it, okay.
Yeah.
Yes?
Does your letter copy to the state?
I will send a copy to Nikki Van Boom, who's our MDNR representative. Absolutely.
And the issue is, who gave the permit to hook up to the water line on the other side of the trail? And it has to be the village, and so they must have known all about this before they started construction,
The
and they didn't
village,
follow the rules.
the village was informed, they did not see nor ask. The village was informed by the owners and the construction person that he had all the required permits. So, I don't know, it's kind of like,
That's still the
if I
city's
get caught.
responsibility, the village's responsibility.
That's one of those things that
Make sure.
it's better to ask forgiveness than
Right,
permission, you know.
right, and,
So let's treat it, we'll take it seriously. We've been nice about it now, let's follow the policy. Okay, next item on the agenda is AARP, is that the American Association of Retired Persons?
yes, which everybody took
Grant?
Aaron is going to be joining there.
I'm already a member.
I know, we all are. It came to, Joe Ferrari called me on Saturday morning, I figured something was on fire, and he said, hey, I just saw in my email this AARP application had come out. It's a quick turnaround, I think they opened it up in first part of May. I mean, it was a real quick turnaround, and the applications have to be in today. So he said, hey, do you want to start by Monday? We'll knock this out real quick, I'll help you, we'll get it done. We did take care of it on Monday. It took us probably, an hour and a half or something, ish?
You were there about an hour and a half.
Yeah, about an hour and a half. And then, so we knocked it out. We did ask for picnic tables, cement pads, cement sidewalks, gazebos for Powell Park. I thought it'd be a perfect fit because there's 356 people in the village of Oxford over the age of 50. But the Highfield Homes is being built, and they will have over 200 assisted living beds in facility there. So it's going to be right next to our little pocket park. So I put that in our application. It's a perfect fit. Well, we'll give it a shot.
How much did you apply for?
We asked for money of $9,500 from them, and then we did put in several $1,000s in match. The land was donated, volunteer. Joe Boyd is going to be volunteering some
So in kind, basically,
kind of
no?
about $5,000.
Okay, they do allow in kind as part of?
Yes, they do.
okay.
So
Our goal?
the total amount is about $14,500, which is what the grant is.
Okay,
So hopefully we'll hear something. And it's a quick one. We'll hear about it in June. I mean, the first part of June, a couple of weeks, we're going to know if we made it or not. And then it has to be completed by November 1st. So it's a really quick one. So maybe somebody didn't catch it and won't get it. So
okay.
that's kind of cool.
So do we need to authorize, I guess we have to buy into this officially,
Right,
as that it was submitted on behalf of our organization correctly.
right.
So moved.
So moved. Downey Steele moved to authorize the grant for AARP request. Is there a
Second.
second by Bruce Pearson? Any questions on the motion? Hearing none. I don't know that we need roll call. Well, it is the application for money, so let's do a roll call, and that way we'll know if in the event we get it.
Mike McDonald,
Yes.
Curtis Wright,
Yes.
Donnie Steele,
Yes.
Elgin Nichols, yes. Bruce Pearson,
Yes.
Eric Sent, absent. Aaron Wadley,
Yes.
Sue Bissard, absent. Carried.
Okay. Okay, motion carried. Thank you. Next item is the DTE tree grant.
Yes.
Okay.
I did the DTE tree grant. I put it in the post today. I was asking for $1,315. They again also let you have in kind. We're doing about $1,450 in kind. They actually pay for volunteer labor. So adults are paid at $20 an hour, children are paid at $10 an hour. You can charge for equipment, delivery of the trees. It's a pretty good program. So I applied for 7 trees for Powell Park. So we'll have, if we get both these grants, it's going to be quite a little spot, real quick.
Okay.
I know, I'm telling you. Wait until you see
Find someone
it.
to name it.
What are we going to name
So, how Park works.
it?
It tells you where it is too. you know.
Powell Park, Pocket Park. Powell Park.
Okay, so would you like a motion, or I'm looking for a motion then to authorize the DTE tree grant Linda submitted. Is there a motion to?
I'll make that motion.
Donnie Steele?
And I'll second.
What is the value?
Total?
$1,315 is what we're asking for.
350.
And in kind is,
1450, you said. So the,
in kind was $1,425. The total grant amount was $2,740.
Okay, thank you.
You have a 3-year
And maintenance,
maintenance?
yes.
Okay.
They also pay for that.
Yeah.
There's also an agreement on that where you can actually put into your grant what it will take to
Oh,
mulch,
for the
fertilize,
administration.
water,
Yeah.
and everything in it. So I did put a $400 amount in there.
we did one of those in the village, it worked out real good.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that we use off-the-grid native trees. Like trees that are native here that aren't really around anymore.
Oh,
So like butternut, pawpaw, some different trees that are very good for our environment
there are some nurseries locally
that sell them. Yeah, we're sure.
Okay, so there's a motion and support to authorize the DTE tree grant, basically for the receipt of $1,350 from DTE with the match in-kind amount as well. And there was a motion, so we'll have a roll call on that, please.
Okay, who made the motion?
I did.
Donnie or
Donnie.
Bruce supported it.
Okay. Mike McDonald,
Yes.
Curtis Wright,
Yes.
Donnie Steele,
Yep.
Elgin Nichols, yes. Bruce Pearson,
Yes.
Eric Sent, absent. Aaron Wadley,
Yes.
Sue Bissard, absent. Motion carried.
Very good, thank you. Okay, moving on then to Donnie, the Orion Township Trail System. You'd like to tell us?
Well, because the safety, I'm on the safety path committee, and the safety paths pick up where the Pollyant Trail is, diverted by Indian Wood.
Right.
And along Joslyn Road, there's a path along Joslyn Road, and we applied for a grant, and we got an approval for a grant. However, it hasn't gone through the House and the Senate yet, so it's still in a holding pattern. But we're working on doing that along the golf course, which is falling into the golf course. That's one. Two is, the unpaid, we did the path along Camp Agawam on the road, and then it stops and it doesn't get to the trail. That has been approved. We got the grant. We're still waiting for final bids, and they should start construction hopefully this season right now. And then the third one is that we've applied for a grant, a TAP grant, to go from Clarkson Road east of 24 all the way to the Paint Creek, so we can finally connect the two. And it's being surveyed, and we'll be ready, hopefully we'll be, if they give us this grant, which is like a $2 million grant between the TAP and the, I don't know, 2 other and a half match and a blah, blah. It's like a $2 million path. It's a 14-foot, I mean, it's nicer than the road to get from the Paint Creek to M24, and then you can get all the way to the Pollyant Trail. So we're working on that really for Christmas.
Well, it sounds like it's just about a done deal then,
It-
pretty much.
Well, it's SEMCOG holds the purse strings, and they have not given this up an approval.
So is the road commission sponsoring the TAP grant? Because isn't that MDOT, it's through MDOT, and I think it only goes to Act 51 entities.
Yes,
So, okay, cool.
and they, we said we can, and most of it's in the road right away. Because
Okay.
and it goes by DNR property, and so it would be nice, that would be really a great connector for.
Well, Adam in Bald Mountain is also connecting from Bald Mountain into the Paint Creek in that area. I'm not quite sure, they're working on a program right now to connect into the Paint Creek from Bald Mountain.
It already
Yeah.
connects.
Yeah, they're working on improving that.
Yeah, because you can't, you have to go over the river.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything that, as a council, we need to do?
I think
to
you
support?
did already, Mike, you wrote a letter.
I wrote a letter.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
so, yes, it's been filed, and they're out there yesterday doing the engineering along Clarkson Road across the river there, so.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Good job.
Okay, moving on then to unfinished business. Does anybody want to talk about legal counsel today, or?
Well, I will say that the NODA decided to go with the other firm that we were concerned about. So the firm that we were putting on hold is not part of NODA now, so I don't see any objection to having them be eligible to take on Pollyant Trail legal services.
Okay. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So,
That
I
means
mean,
the one lady that-
the other firm was
The other firm was-
Foster Swift, right, with Lisa Hamame.
Yes.
So
We can move forward with that.
it's a pleasure of the council, that's,
I would make a motion for her firm, that I did speak with her at one time and said why we were holding up, because we had other entities that we were dealing with, and I didn't tell her anything else but that, but I did say that now that we've resolved the NODA legal counsel, I'm ready to move forward. It was my objection, if you remember the last time, that I wanted to make sure that we weren't getting the same person for all services, so we're not at this time, so I'm willing to move forward with that firm now.
Who, Lisa?
Lisa Hamame of Foster Swift. There's probably other names too on that firm, but I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, Foster Swift.
Yeah.
So we could just,
And she also represents the Paint Creek, Donnie, so.
No, let me know.
Well, you do get the vote because we have a motion.
No, let me know, because I won't make that motion then. We can look
It's the
up-
law firm that you're going to retain here.
We're not retaining, it's strictly an hourly, they would serve as our counsel. They made a proposal at $150 an hour.
Okay.
So,
Fight encroachments, is that the idea?
no, it's just general counsel. So if we have a legal matter and refer it to them, one of the questions I think you raised, Bruce, was how would they pay? They charge by the 10th of an hour, so like if you don't pay $150 if you have a 5-minute question.
Right.
You would get charged a 10th or whatever.
Lisa's great, it's the Paint Creek Trail Commission that I struggle with. This is a pleasure compared to that.
They do good work though. I mean, although I hear they hit a hiccup on the bridge.
Yeah.
Is that going to go, is that deal done or is it, Are they not gonna do the bridge?
Oh, no, the price went up by $200,000. So they withdrew the bridge bids.
There's gotta be enough scrappers around here to get this.
I guess I better get us back on track here. So Bruce made a motion to authorize Foster Swift through Lisa Hamame for legal counsel at $150 an hour. Was there some second?
I'll second.
Elgin? Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote then, please?
Mike McDonald,
Yes.
Curtis Wright,
Yes.
Donnie Steele,
Yes.
Elgin Nichols, yes. Bruce Pearson,
Yes.
Eric Sent, absent. Aaron Wadley,
Yes.
Sue Bassard, absent. Carries.
Okay, thank you very much. I will, should I? in-
Ask me
in-
questions after the meeting, and I'll just give you, like, as you direct her.
Okay,
Because she's so specific that sometimes we don't need, you don't need all that. Sometimes you just don't need all of it. You just need an
Okay.
opinion and,
okay,
yeah.
will do. Okay, follow up on, the next item under unfinished business is the TANU encroachment. I believe, did I include it in the packet?
Yes.
The letter.
Yeah, that was a draft letter that was eventually sent to,
I don't believe it's been sent. She's waiting for the council to okay it to be sent.
okay,
So that's, I told her that we had a meeting today, so that we would be approving it. I don't believe it has been sent until we give her authorization to send another cap.
well, I think this is what the council was looking for from the DNR, that being their support and involvement. We, as an aside, we did get the survey completed. I don't know if we've received it yet,
We have not received it, to the
Okay.
best of my knowledge. I have
Okay.
personally not seen it.
but it did get the owner's attention. So I think we should continue following the process that we began and approve the encroachment action letter that Linda provided.
Well, I've read the letter, and I think it's very precise on what we're asking and what they have done, and they'll have to either answer it with some legal form, or they'll have to move that fence where it's supposed to be. So I think it's very direct. So I would make a motion that we allow that letter to be sent to them, our blessings, and see if that gets them off dead center.
I'll support that motion. Are there any questions on the motion or the letter?
Just a comment there.
Yes.
The new fence has been put in and the other one is still in the encroachment area.
I still think that this action is applicable. And I think that was as a result of the survey, the fact that the surveyors were out. Okay,
So the letter is going to be sent to who?
to the Bischoff
The whole
homeowner
Okay.
property owner. So, okay.
Do we have a follow-up action if that doesn't work? Or do we just do it when we see it?
Well, I
That's why we got a new attorney.
think
Okay. She'd
we'll
be great on this.
we'll wait and see. We'll have to liaison with the DNR. We'll have to, after the DNR sends their letter, we will probably have to rely on them to give us a response, if any, and then make our decision on how to proceed. Okay? Okay, all in favor of the motion to approve the DNR action to notify the encroachment on Canview, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay. There is no old business. Is there any public comment? Any board member comments? Donnie? Elgin?
No, none here.
Aaron?
Thanks for presenting today.
Yes, yes, thank you and welcome.
Yeah. Good job, Linda.
I do have a question. Louis Golden contacted me and wanted to know if we would like to have the meeting packet that you received by email if we would like to have that on the website, for, either for us to go there to get it. I don't have any problem sending it out. It's not gonna speed things up, but she said it is an option for the council to have the packet available on the website. So if you have a preference or not, let me know. It doesn't have to be now, but,
I like the Cave Creek Trails packets are on the website.
they are.
Oh, yes, and so like you can download it.
Okay.
But you can download it, your information, but anybody else can download it.
Well, she didn't think it would be any big deal to put it up there, so unless there's an objection to doing it, I mean, it is public information either way, so, okay,
Nice history, it's nice to have it there, you can't find it in packet.
okay, sounds good. Curtis, anything?
Kevin, at the last meeting, you mentioned standing water or something on the trail.
Yes.
Just wondering if that was something correct.
That was the culvert there on?
Yeah, when you mentioned,
Oh, over by Hosner?
yes.
Yes, it's on the list to get a new culvert.
Yeah, and I've been on the trail and it's dry.
It's in the spring and in the fall it gets wonky. And somebody, I think, has ditched it out a little bit over the years. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I'm just gonna have Dave come down and we're just gonna put the culvert in and then be done with it. And then we just won't have to do it anymore.
But when I wrote it,
Yeah,
we keep it over.
I just don't like it this spring.
Bruce?
Nothing for me.
Kevin? Anything? Okay, what?
As a public
Who are
comment,
you?
yeah, as a public comment, Ms. Moran, who's a big supporter of the trail, may I say, exceedingly, has donated $800 to the trail, and his company matches anything that he donates, so Schneider will be sending us another $800.
Nice.
Thank you. Linda, that should have been on the agenda too, right?
That's no- no,
Right.
but-
Or in your report,
Yeah,
so.
it's,
Thank
it was
you.
a new occurrence, like just yesterday, so.
Well,
yeah.
thank you and thank Mark
Yeah.
for your generosity, and Schneider. And I'll do another letter for them. Did the last one ever make its way?
Yes, and it was very well received, and everybody, they framed it and they're carrying it around.
Wow.
Well, we'll try and do it, we'll
You gotta-
try and live up to that one and then get to another one.
He got a lot of marks for that one,
Okay,
so he-
good
he
deal.
was, yeah, marks. He has no choice but to be a big supporter.
The DNR did an asset inventory. What does that entail?
An asset inventory is something that they are supposed to do every year. And how thorough it is just based on what they're looking for. This year, Nikki came through, Nikki Van Boom, sent us an email, how many culverts do we have? How many bridges do we have? Where are they at? That sort of thing. How many events do you do on the trail? What kind of events do you do on the trail?
How many people?
How many people? Adam was kind of tasked with actually physically coming out and making sure we have DNR markers on the trail. Looking at any money that they have given us over the years that should have lasted more than 10 years. The equestrian trail being one of those. Just verifying that it actually exists and that the money we were given was actually spent on what was supposed to be done and that it's still in existence. Because
And we're in good standing, I
we are
trust?
in good standing, we
All
got
right.
everything where we need to be.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
very
so,
good.
and then at that time, we can ask them any questions or bring any concerns that we have to the DNR while we're actually physically on the trail and show them anything that should come up. That's how we found the encroachment last year. Chris Bennett and Nikki Van Boom were out and we found the encroachment on the Tanview property. I knew about it, so I asked their opinion, and they were out doing an asset management review. What do I do? How do I proceed with that? So that's where it all started.
Very good. Okay, hearing no other comments or questions, the motion to adjourn would be in order.
Make a motion that we adjourn at 4:10.
Support.
Thank you, Donnie. All in favor of the motion to adjourn, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. No, no.
You need me to-
Thank you for your patience.
No, I tried to